Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins and their hidden value. Today we've got something truly special. We're counting down the top 4 ultra-rare Jefferson nickels that could be worth thousands. These nickels may look ordinary at first glance, but their history and scarcity make them gems for collectors. So if you have a nickel jar, grab it because one of these coins could be in there. 1939 Jefferson nickel. The 1939 Jefferson nickel was only the second year of production for this coin. By this time, the Great Depression was still impacting the country, and WWI was just around the corner. Despite these challenging times, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these nickels, making them a symbol of resilience. The coin's obverse features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse shows Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia state. Now, the 1939 Jefferson nickel came from 3 different mints: Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. However, what really makes this coin interesting for collectors is its 2 distinct reverse varieties. 1939 reverse of 1938, this variety used the same reverse die as the 1938 nickels. You'll notice that the steps on Monticello are poorly defined, almost flat. 1939 reverse of 1940, this is a sharper redesigned reverse where Monticello's steps are much more detailed and clear. Collectors pay particular attention to these varieties, especially the reverse of 1940, which is considered more valuable due to its rarity. When it comes to the value of the 1939 Jefferson nickel, condition is key. Coins are graded on a scale from poor P1 to mint state MS70, with the higher grades fetching much higher prices. For circulated coins, lower grade examples usually sell for only a few cents over face value, but those in higher grades can be worth much more. If you're lucky enough to have a mint state MS65 or higher coin, particularly with the reverse of 1940, you're looking at significantly higher values. Philadelphia mint no mint mark, these are the most common, but in MS65 condition, they can still fetch around $25 to $50. Denver mint D, the 1939 D nickels are scarcer. In MS65, they can be worth $100 to $150. San Francisco mint S, these are also fairly common, but in MS65 condition, they can sell for around $50 to $75. But wait, there's more. Rare varieties, such as those with full steps on Monticello, can dramatically increase a coin's value. Full steps are a sign of a well-struck coin, and collectors will pay a premium for this feature. So how much are these coins worth today? Well, as always, coin values fluctuate based on demand, rarity, and market conditions. Here's a breakdown of the current market values as of 2024. 1939 no mint mark reverse of 1940, full steps coins in higher grades like MS66 with full steps can go for $500 to $1,200 at auction. 1939 D mint state coins with full steps can sell for $500 to $1,000. 1939 S and MS66, these can fetch around $200 to $400, especially with full steps. Keep in mind that rare varieties or coins in pristine condition can command higher prices at auctions or from collectors. 1991 Jefferson nickel. The 1991 Jefferson nickel is part of this long-standing tradition, but what makes it interesting is its role in modern coinage and what to look out for when determining its value. Now, let's break down the specifics of the 1991 Jefferson nickel. The coin was minted in 3 main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia mint no mint mark. These coins are the most common minted without a mint mark. Around 635 million of these were struck in Philadelphia in 1991. Denver mint D mint mark. From Denver, about 565 million nickels were produced, marked with a D. These are almost as common as those from Philadelphia. Lastly, the San Francisco mint produced 3 million proof nickels in 1991. These coins have a shiny mirror-like finish and were made for collectors, not for circulation. Each of these coins is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing 5 grams with a diameter of 21.21 millimeters. So how much is your 1991 Jefferson nickel worth today? Well, it depends on a few factors. Circulated condition. Most 1991 nickels found in circulation are worth face value minus 5 cents. Even though these coins are over 30 years old, they were produced in high quantities, making them relatively common. However, coins in better condition can fetch a higher price. Uncirculated condition MS60, MS67. An uncirculated coin, one that hasn't been used in everyday transactions, can be worth between 50 cents to $3 depending on its condition. If you have one in mint state 67, you're looking at a potential value of $20 or more. Proof coin San Francisco mint. The proof coins from San Francisco, due to their rarity and collector's appeal, can be worth between $5 and $10, with perfect condition proof coins fetching even higher prices. Narrator excited? So don't overlook your change just yet. Even though most of these nickels are still worth face value, pristine high-grade coins or proof coins can definitely give you a little extra. Now, here are some key tips if you're looking to add a 1991 Jefferson nickel to your collection, or if you think you might have one worth more than 5 cents. Look for coins in mint state condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. Look for coins without wear scratches or discoloration. Check for proof coins. Proof coins are shinier and have a mirror-like finish. These coins were never intended for circulation, so they can fetch higher prices among collectors. Search for errors. Error coins, those with mistakes in the minting process, are rare and can be worth much more. Keep an eye out for any oddities like doubling of letters or misaligned strikes. Consider grading. If you think you have a valuable coin, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. A high-grade coin can significantly increase its market value. 1960 Jefferson nickel. By 1960, the Jefferson nickel had been in circulation for over 20 years, but this year is particularly interesting because of a slight design change that occurred in 1960. In 1960, the design saw a subtle change, especially in the size and style of the date numbers. There were two varieties of this coin, the large date and small date variations. The difference is mostly in the size and thickness of the numerals 6 and 0 in the year. Although both versions were produced in large quantities, collectors tend to pay closer attention to these varieties. We'll get into how this affects the value shortly. The 1960 Jefferson nickel was minted in two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Here's a quick breakdown of the mintages. Philadelphia mint, no mint mark, 55 million coins. Denver mint, D mint mark, 192 million coins. As you can see, Denver produced significantly more nickels than Philadelphia, but does that affect the coin's value? Let's find out. The value of a 1960 Jefferson nickel is determined by several factors. First and foremost is the coin's condition or grade. Coins in uncirculated condition, known as mint state MS, are much more valuable than circulated coins that have wear and tear. Here are the main grading tiers. Good G, heavy wear, but the main design is still visible. Fine F, moderate wear, but more detail remains. Extra fine EF, light wear, with most of the design still sharp. And circulated MS, no wear at all, pristine condition. Another factor that can influence the coin's value is whether it has a full steps designation on the reverse, specifically on Monticello. Full steps nickels where the steps of Monticello are clearly visible are highly sought after by collectors. So how much is a 1960 Jefferson nickel worth today? Here's a quick breakdown of current market values. Circulated condition, typically worth around $0.05 to $0.25, depending on wear. Extra fine EF values can range from $0.50 to $1. Uncirculated Mississippi 60 to MS 65. These coins typically sell for $1 to $10 depending on the grade and luster. Coins with full steps can command prices from $20 to over $100 depending on the condition and demand. Remember, these are general estimates and the value can fluctuate based on market conditions and rarity. Always consult a reputable coin dealer or grading service for the most accurate appraisal. Here are some fun facts about the 1960 Jefferson nickel. The large date and small date varieties can be a fun challenge to hunt for in pocket change. The full steps designation is relatively rare, so always check the reverse of your 1960 nickels with a magnifying glass. The Jefferson nickel series is one of the longest running coin designs in U.S. history, still in use today with minor changes. When collecting, be sure to store your coins in a cool, dry place and handle them by the edges to preserve their condition. And if you're serious about collecting, consider getting your high-grade coins professionally graded. 1969 Jefferson nickel. What makes the 1969 Jefferson nickel stand out is that it was minted during a time of economic and political changes in the U.S. Let's talk about how the 1969 versions came to be and what makes them interesting to collectors. 1969 mint varieties, Philadelphia, Denver. In 1969, two major varieties of the Jefferson nickel were minted, one at the Philadelphia Mint and one at the Denver Mint. Here's what you need to know about each variety. The Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 120 million nickels in 1969, and these coins do not have a mint mark. On the other hand, the Denver Mint produced over 200 million nickels, which carry the D mint mark. 1969 P, no mint mark. 1969 DD mint mark. Now, while both mints produced a large number of coins, it's still possible to find coins in uncirculated condition or with special errors that can significantly increase their value. As with any coin, the condition or grade of your 1969 Jefferson nickel plays a big role in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor P1 to mint state MS 70, and even slight differences in grade can impact how much your coin is worth. Most 1969 Jefferson nickels in circulation will have some wear, so they might grade anywhere from good G4 to very fine VF20. But if you're lucky enough to have a coin in extremely fine XF40 or higher, you're looking at a more valuable piece. So how much is a 1969 Jefferson nickel actually worth today? Well, let's break it down by grade and variety. For the 1969 P nickel, coins in average circulated condition are typically worth around 5 to 10 cents. Not much over face value. However, uncirculated coins can sell for anywhere between $2 and $5 depending on the grade. The 1969 D nickel generally follows the same value range. Circulated coins are worth about 5 to 10 cents, while uncirculated examples can fetch between $3 and $7. High-grade coins, especially those graded MS65 or higher, can go for $25 or more at auction. But there's more to watch out for error coins. Error nickels from 1969 can significantly increase the value of your coin. Here are some errors that collectors seek. Some of the most notable errors include off-center strikes where the design is misaligned and die cracks, which leave unusual lines on the coin. There are also double die varieties where parts of the design appear doubled. Off-center strikes $2,100, double dies $5,200. If you happen to find any of these errors on your 1969 Jefferson nickel, you could be holding a coin worth hundreds of dollars. If you're looking to add a high-quality 1969 Jefferson nickel to your collection, here are some tips. First, look for coins in uncirculated condition as they hold the most value. Second, keep an eye out for mint errors. These are rare, but they can make a huge difference in value. Also, if you're buying or selling, make sure to get your coins professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. Graded coins tend to sell for more, especially if they're in higher mint state conditions. That's all for today's video on the 1969 Jefferson nickel. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe worthcoinchannel.comments if you found any cool 1969 nickels. And as always, happy collecting.